video from Kairos Institute. UNESCO, UNICEF and WHO list 10 core life skills that will help promote mental well-being and competence in young people as they face the realities of life. The World Health Organization defines life skill as the abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enable individuals to deal effectively with the challenges of everyday life. Today in this video, we will be talking about one particular life skill, which is the problem-solving skill. Well, problems are a part of our life. All of us face problems at some point or the other in our lives. This might be personal problems, like problems with our family or our friends, or it might be professional problems, like problems with our co-workers, team members, employers, etc. The ability to solve problems is a basic life skill. All of us face problems in a different manner. One particular problem might have lots of solutions, and we have to choose the correct solution according to the situation that we are in. For instance, suppose it's raining outside and you need to go to the store. There are a lot of solutions for this particular very simple problem. You might take an umbrella and you might walk. You might take a car or you might take the bus. You might ask your friend to drop you to the store, or you might postpone your shopping for another day. Problem solving can be defined as the process of identifying the problem, coming up with so many strategies, and acting on the best solution or choosing the best appropriate course of action. So now I will walk you through some basic skills that you need in order to solve a problem effectively. A very simple method to remember is IDEAL. IDEAL is an acronym. I stands for identifying the problem. D stands for defining the context of the problem. E stands for exploring more strategies. A stands for acting on best solution. And L stands for look back and learn. Okay, first let's talk about the first step, which is identifying the problem. The first and foremost step in effectively solving a problem is to recognize the problem and finding the cause behind it. This is called as learning more about what might be the reasons that might have caused a problem. This is called as identifying the root cause. The best way to identify a root cause is to ask questions and gather information. You can ask yourself a lot of questions like what do you know? What do you not know? When was the last time it worked correctly? What has changed since then? Etc. Be curious, ask questions, gather facts, and make logical deductions rather than assumptions. Now let's move on to the second step, which is define the context of the problem. So in the first step, we have a much rough picture of our problem, and now it's time to move on to a clearer picture. This second stage involves observation, careful inspection, fact-finding, developing a clear picture of the problem. This step is very important because in this step, we get a more understanding of what our problem is. And this phase is all about fact-finding and analysis. So this step is not necessary if our problem is of a simple nature, but it is very essential if we have a very complex problem in our hand. Now let's move on to the third step, which is exploring possible strategies. With the first two steps, you will generate a range of possible courses of action, and now with little attempt to evaluate them at this stage. So in this particular stage, we will not be going on a more deeper analysis about each of the solutions, but we will be listing out possible strategies that could be chosen as the right appropriate course of action. For instance, if it is a group session or a group situation, the best method to do this step is brainstorming. Especially in a corporate discussion or in a workplace, people will come together and they will gather their ideas and their opinions to find out the best solution for a problem. Now, the fourth step is acting on a best solution. So in the previous step, we just listed out possible strategies, and now it's time to act on the best solution or to find out which solution will suit our situation. Now, this step is all about analysis and selection. And this step is most important when our problem is of a complex nature. In this step, some solutions may not be possible due to some time constraints or budget issues and some other problems. Sometimes trying to solve problems will lead to other problems, and this requires some very creative thinking and innovative ideas. So we have to choose the best course of action in a very careful manner. Now, our final step is look back and learn. After we have decided on a possible solution, that is not enough. Sometimes that will create more and more problems, and so we have to keep a complete record of what our solution is and what are the outcomes of our solutions are. And afterwards also, in the future, if the same problem happens, we can go through this record and we can get a more clearer picture. So the best suitable way is to look back and learn, and to go through a process of finding out what our steps were, what are the various methods that we have taken, and to come to a very good conclusion on how to be more better or how to come up with more effective solutions in the future. So that are the 5 steps that you can come up with in order to effectively solve a problem. I hope this video was helpful to you. Thank you.